Why did I put on the 10 pounds or 15 pounds? It could be 15 because I was sick of suffering. Just finished the core routine, or the PT session, the core session, all of that. But let's go talk outside and talk about why I gained 10 pounds. So, like I said, I have probably gained 10 pounds. I don't know for sure if it is 10 pounds, it could be 15. I know that I have gained weight. I looked on the scale. During December time, November time, I was weighing in at 95, 94 pounds. I was very obsessed with the scale. I was very into looking super lean, being very low weight. And then something happened and it's like, I need to switch gears. I need to put on some weight. I was very lean. I'm going to explain why I essentially put on the weight, but I did put on weight. I then weighed myself and I went from 95 to 105, and that was in January time after my surgery, the appendix surgery, when we cleared out the free fluid and we ended up getting surgery for the the appendix. But yeah, I put on 10 pounds. I probably could have put on more with the PT I've been doing, building some muscle back from muscle memory back in August when I was actually strength training, then dropped it due to my hip. I also could have just put on a little bit of fat because I needed it. You need fat in order to live your life. Low body fat levels can cause blood clots. It can cause low blood pressure. It can cause heart failure. It can cause so much problems that you don't want, and it's not worth being lean. Sure, it looks super cool on the aesthetic side and super cool when you're running and it looks super lean and efficient, but the question is it worth it to you? Is it worth risking your life? Is it worth risking you to cutting your running life short or your running career short? Is it worth just suffering in general? When I was super lean, like I was probably sub 6%, sub 7% body fat, I was literally starving 24/7. I was trying to push my meals back further and further and further until I get to the 3 o'clock range to break my fast. I was very dependent on caffeine. Yes, I only did caffeine Saturdays, but I couldn't look forward to that caffeine Saturday because I was like, I can fast longer. The caffeine can suppress my appetite and give me energy because I was also very low on energy. I mean, I didn't seem low on energy, but I would just show it for the camera. I was talking, but after the talking, it would wear me out for the rest of the day. I would be tired for the rest of the day. I would fidget less. I would not want to do anything because I wouldn't want to move my body. You know, this PT session I'm doing right now, the core session I'm doing right now, I would not be able to do that because I wouldn't have energy. Back in January when I was slowly upping up the weight, well, actually I would say I probably put on 10 pounds in about a month or two. But when I was still putting on some weight back in January and I was beginning this PT session, I felt weaker. Yes, that is due to the fact that I did not do the PT session and I just started doing it and I was weaker, but I was also didn't feel as strong. My training was just kind of regressing. I was not feeling strong. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel energized to do it. I didn't feel energized to foam roll. Another side effect of being super lean, super shredded is, I'm just gonna say it, another side effect. This is gonna be a weird topic to talk about, but I had no sex drive. As a teenager, you're supposed to have a sex drive. You are. That's part of puberty, that's part of life, and you are supposed to have sex drive. Back in 8th grade, when I was starting puberty, yes, I was a late bloomer. Kind of a weird topic to talk about, I'm not gonna lie. This is really, I'm being vulnerable with y'all, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and yeah. So back in 8th grade, I had more of a sex drive than I did when I was super lean. I recently got it when I overtrained. That's when it was essentially dropped. Yeah, and during that overtraining time, I was doing exercise bulimia. Exercise bulimia made me super, super lean, and that essentially killed my sex drive. I haven't experienced a sex drive since that day until about a month ago. So that is all good. Another side effect is that I would try to skip social events because I wouldn't try and skip social events, but I would heavily dread them because I was like, well, you're gonna eat out, you're gonna go over your calories, then you're gonna have to fast, you're just gonna have to do all this. And it just made me very depressed. It was very hard to maintain. It was not good for my mental health. It was not good for my mental well-being and everything like that. Another side effect is poor sleep. I had very, very poor sleep. I had terrible insomnia. I could not go to bed. When I did go to bed, I was going to bed hungry. My sleep would be in and out. I could not sleep properly. My sleep suffered. I would wake up tired the next day because, again, low energy, not enough sleep, very low on calories. I was probably eating around 1,200, 1,100 per day, no joke. I would only eat a breakfast and then the dinner. This is being me vulnerable with y'all, and it's very hard to talk about. Yes, do I still have body problems? Yes, but ever since the death of Scott Murray, who is a fitness YouTuber, you haven't heard of him. He was a great fitness YouTuber, great YouTube channel, and all of that, but he died due to being too lean. His heart stopped while he was cooking because he was too shredded. He was too lean. He was over-exercising. He was doing exercise bulimia. It was too much for his body to handle, and it caused his heart to soon fail. And so it now helps me realize that, is it worth being shredded? And it's not. So why did I put on the 10 pounds or 15 pounds? It could be 15, because I was sick of suffering. I was sick of being super lean, because yes, did it look cool? Did I like it? Yes, but I always still thought I was fat, even though I was super anorexic, skinny. It's just never enough. I can go get an extreme ab definition, veins everywhere, and still not feel happy with my physique, because nothing is never enough. Let's say you're running a marathon and your goal time was 3 hours and you get running sub 250. You were like, wow, I ran a sub 250. 1 second later, you're not happy with it anymore. You want to achieve even more. And then you get to that goal, you want to even achieve more. No matter what you do, nothing is ever enough for you. You always want more, you always strive for more, and you always want to get better and better and better, because you don't know what else to do. You always want to strive for the next goal. You want to strive for every kind of goal to better yourself, but you're not doing it properly because you always want more. Your whole life suffers from it. So another side effect of me being shredded and lean is that I was always cold. It wasn't even the winter time and I was freezing. I was terribly cold. I was always wearing a sweatshirt. I was always wearing a beanie. It was probably how it is like this outside right now. Not that cold. I was miserably cold. Always cold. I was always bundled up in a sweatshirt with 2 layers on. I was always in pants. I was always in a beanie. If I didn't have a beanie or sweats on or a sweatshirt on, I was always had a blanket around me. I was 24/7 cold. And then when I would get out of a hot tub, I would see black dots and I would almost pass out. When I stand up, I would see black dots everywhere and I would almost pass out, because I was so lean that literally every time I got up, I would see black dots every time I got up. No matter what time I got up, if I was looking directly into the sun or not looking, just getting up right now. Let's say I was filming and I was getting up to be done filming, I would see black dots. No matter what I did, I would see black dots. I just had no energy, and soon I was laying on the couch to edit instead of sitting in a chair. Yes, that was for also my hip, but I was like, yes, I can finally have I needed to literally lay back and rest because I had such low energy. So another side effect is that I never got my blood work tested and everything like that, but I had probably low testosterone levels, which obviously means low sex drive, which obviously means I can't put on muscle as easily. It also means I'm suffering. It means I'm not acting the way I'm supposed to. Another side effect is I had brain fog. I had tremendous brain fog. I would be like thinking for one thing and my mind would just go blank for a second. I would be working hard on something and then my mind would go blank. I wouldn't know what I was thinking. And another side effect is that I had a weird sense of smell. Literally everything tasted better. Everything tasted better. I could be tasting a highly palatable food like cookies and I would want to binge on it because I was so hungry. I always wanted more, and because I would first off restrict myself, which made me want to binge. I also saw that as a bad food, so it would make me want to binge more, because when you say you can't have something, you want it even more. And so eating such a highly palatable food made me want even more and more and more. It made me end up binging one night on cookies and all that, junk food, candy, all that. It also made me very wanting more. It made me want more because it tasted so good. And then a guilt rush would come over me and say, you can't have this, this is bad. This is bad food, all that. Even though no food is bad. If it makes you feel good, it's not considered bad food. To be healthy for men, it's a 10 to 15% for men and 18 to 24 for women. Being lean and being shredded are very different things. I would say 10 to 12% is very lean, but going on to the shredded level takes discipline. It takes a lot. You might even have an ED because when you get to the shredded pill level, and you can literally die in your sleep. You can die doing anything because your heart can fail at any time just because you are so lean. I hope this all made sense to you why I gained 10 pounds, maybe even 15 pounds. Number one reason is I was sick of having terrible sleep. I was sick of having terrible sleep. That was like terrible. I hate it. I hate having bad sleep. I hate when my sleep suffers. I hate it. Like I really like despise it. And I hate when I can't go to bed and also have not a good night of rest. Also, number 2 is I had low energy levels. I was sick of being low energy all the time and kind of waiting for that caffeine Saturday to happen, because I was like, this is my only time to get energy. Number 3 is because I wanted to have my sex drive back. I wanted my testosterone to rise a little bit, because I want to feel normal, you know. It's kind of a weird topic to talk about, as I mentioned, but I wanted to feel normal, and it wasn't normal for me to have no sex drive as a teenager, and so I wanted to just feel like a normal teenager. Number 4, I would say, is I was sick of being cold. I was like miserably cold 24/7. If I was sitting outside in this degree weather right now, I'd be cold. I'd be miserably cold right now. And so I was sick of having like a sweatshirt on and all that. Like, to be honest, I don't even need this beanie on. I used to need the beanie on. I just wear it because I like it, and it also, my hair was a complete disaster, and I was like, well, I don't want to have my hair like all of a mess and all that. So another side effect is, I mean another reason is I was sick of being, oh, you're all wet. Oh, nasty. I was sick of having terrible brain fog, and I was sick of being hungry as well. I was 24/7 hungry, and I was sick of fasting and not eating lunch and just feeling hungry 24/7 kind of, and having these binges, or my sense of smell just heightened and everything tasted so good and palatable, and I would binge. And also, another side effect is that I forgot to mention is I was addicted to high protein diet and vegetables. Yes, vegetables are good. Protein is very good, but when you have excess amounts, you're gonna feel bloated 24/7. You're not gonna feel good, and it's just uncomfortable. Another side effect I forgot to mention as well is that I was always constipated. I was probably not eating enough carbs or fiber, which made me very, very constipated, and I was very, very constipated. Like I would not have a normal bowel movement. I would probably poop like every 3 days, maybe sometimes. I would poop a day, but the bowel movements were so irregular, and sometimes would be like, I'm not going to talk about that, but I just had irregular bowel movements, not that, and it wasn't normal and traditional. I wouldn't poop every day or 3 times a day, so it was just, I couldn't use the bathroom normally. And another side effect is I was peeing all the time. Yes, it could have been to vegetables and all the big salads I had. I was coped around eating tons of big salads and all that, but I was peeing 24/7 because I would wake up in the middle of the night to pee 6-7 times a night because I was not eating enough carbs. And when you are super lean, you are probably peeing a lot. Just saying, no, I would say when you are shredded, you are probably peeing a lot. Like, I'm literally peeing a lot less than what I used to when I was literally bone shredded, because I don't know why essentially, but I was peeing a lot, and I would wake up in the middle of the night to pee, and then I couldn't go back to bed because all I would think about is food and all of that. So it's not worth it, in my opinion, to be that peeled, that shredded and all that. And plus, I had like, it's just, I was sick of peeing all the time. I was sick of having irregular bowel movements. I was sick of feeling constantly bloated because I wasn't going to the bathroom regularly, and I was eating tons of protein, which made me gassy. I was addicted to sugar alcohols, which made me also gassy, and I was addicted to very large amounts of vegetables, coniferous vegetables, which are known to bloat people, but are very high in fiber. Insoluble fiber is a fiber that can't really be processed by the body, and so it would just make me very, very bloated. Don't cut out vegetables, but just don't also consume high amounts of it, because everything in moderation, but also too much of a good thing is bad. So you don't want too much of a good thing, and things in moderation is key to living a good life. And so that is essentially why I gained 10 pounds. I hope that made sense to you. Anyways, question of the day. Have you ever been, I don't want a bunch of comments about EDs and being shredded and all that, so we're gonna go a little off topic today. So how was your day today, and what did you do today? That's gonna be the question of the day, and let's get you the comment of the day. And yeah, goes to Ezekiel Anderson. Question of the day. I found the channel through Strava. Chris has asked a question on I think a Seth James and More post, and I figured Seth wouldn't answer. I answered Chris' question, then Chris followed me on Strava, and I followed him back. Then later Matthew followed me, and I followed him back. That was before y'all put your channels on your Strava profile. So at that time, I didn't know y'all had a YouTube channel. Then weeks later, in the comment of one of y'all's Strava posts, someone mentioned your latest YouTube video was really good, so I checked out the channels and subscribed. But I didn't watch them much because I didn't really like the videos. But now the videos are much better and I watch almost all of them. Wow, I had no idea. Well, thank you for subscribing. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. And thank you for being a member of this channel. And if you want to help support the channel, you can help support the channel on Patreon. We really do appreciate it. You can pledge $1, you can pledge $3, you can pledge $5, you can pledge $15, you can pledge $25, you can pledge so much more, all the way up to $200, and become the greatest runner of all time, as it is in our Patreon. And then you would get basically one-on-one coaching tips and all of that, and it's great. I would say thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It really does mean a lot. Let me know in the comments down below if you haven't answered on that video. Well, how did you find the channel? I had no idea that you found the channel that way, and it really is like, wow, you found the channel through Strava. I thought you would have found it through some other way, maybe just like YouTube search or something. Yes, the video quality has gone up and the videos have gotten better because first off, the editing is so much better. Second off, I have more energy. I mean, like I said, I gained 10 pounds, or 15, maybe, I don't even know. And third off, it's just the support through Patreon and everything like that, and just getting better. It takes practice, it takes consistency, and the practice and consistency is making me a better editor, a better, more able to be more like I can handle the camera better. I'm not as camera shy, and so the videos aren't as awkward, they aren't as weird, they're not as like discombobulated or something like that. And so the videos are so much better. Dog, what are you doing? Come on. If you get in, okay. Anyway, so yeah, the editing is so much better. I was very camera shy back then. They were just very, very terrible. They had no point. They were not good at all. And so the videos are so much better now. And I really appreciate that you watch basically every single one of our videos. I know we post like 4 to 5 times a week, depending if we post a podcast or not. We do post 4 times a week though. But if we do post a podcast that Sunday, then we do post 5 times a week, sometimes even more. And then we try to post a short every day, because that does actually help our channel get found and everything like that. But thank you for subscribing, being a supporter of the channel, Ezekiel, and everyone else who is subscribed to the channel. Yes, I'm glad the videos are getting better, and that is making you watch them, because yes, they have became so much better in the editing process. They have became much more better. They are better storytelling and everything like that. So I'm glad you are watching the channel now, and glad the videos have gotten better. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching my rants and all of that. I'm glad that everything is going well for all of you. Hopefully it is. Pray to the people in Ukraine. If I have any subscribers in Ukraine, my heart goes out to y'all. Anyways, make sure you seek happiness, achieve goals, and find glory. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.